If no one is talking about it, I will. Not as an expert, but as someone who wants to learn and share. Let's explore together how we can take care of our sexual health with the same attention and care we give to other aspects of our lives. That's why I decided to dive deeper into this topic. I researched, read, and here's what I found. Many sexual infections can be transmitted through oral sex. It's not just the well-known ones, either. There are some you may not even imagine, like herpes, HPV, gonorrhea, and chlamydia. These can be transmitted without us even realizing it. What's most surprising is that most of us don't think about these risks as we get older. Maybe it's because we've always been told that pleasure is something for the young, but we know that's not true, right? That's why it's so important to use protection. Yes, I know it may sound unusual, but it's essential to talk about it. Condoms and protective barriers aren't just for younger people. They're for everyone who values their health. For example, an oral protection barrier is a great way to protect yourself during oral sex, though few people our age even know about it. I didn't either until I started learning more about it. And that's when I realized how crucial it is to demystify these topics. We need to have these conversations, whether with our friends or our partners. We deserve to live fully, but safely and healthily. Another key discovery I made is that symptoms of infections often don't show up clearly at our age. The signs can be mistaken for things like allergies or simple discomfort, delaying diagnosis and treatment. I had a friend who took months to realize she had an infection, thinking the symptoms were just a passing issue. So, the most important thing is to stay aware and never ignore any changes in your body. Regular checkups and tests should be as routine as caring for your heart or bones. Now, you may be wondering, what can I do to protect myself and live this phase fully and safely? The answer is simple. Information is power. We need to be well informed about prevention, available protection options, and how our bodies might respond. We shouldn't be afraid or embarrassed to talk to our doctors about it. Ask for tests, express concerns openly, and educate ourselves because prevention is always better than cure, right? Another key point is creating a support network. Discussing sexual health with friends, sharing experiences, and listening to each other can be incredibly empowering. Health starts when we break the silence, and that includes talking to our partners too. Discussing protection, limits, and what makes us feel good and safe is essential for any healthy relationship at any stage of life. And here's the good part. When we start understanding our bodies, our needs, and desires, while also learning how to protect ourselves, we gain confidence. We begin living more freely, without fear. Living well means living safely, without guilt or taboos. And above all, living with the freedom to choose what's best for us. So, my friends, take care of yourselves, be curious, seek information, ask questions, talk openly, and never stop living your golden years to the fullest. Life doesn't end with age. It transforms, and it's up to us to make this transformation one of wisdom, pleasure, and happiness. After all, prevention is self-love. Since we're having this open conversation, let me share one more thing I've learned over time: the importance of self-care and self-love. It's not just about taking care of our physical health, but also our emotional and psychological well-being. It's not enough to just care for the body if we're neglecting the heart and mind. We often get so caught up in life that we forget to check in with ourselves. What truly makes us happy? What brings us peace? Self-care includes allowing ourselves to experience pleasure and intimacy consciously and safely. For a long time, I was convinced that certain things were no longer for me, but now I realize that pleasure knows no age limit. We just need to take care of ourselves, know ourselves, and respect ourselves. Whether it's exploring new ways to feel pleasure or using protective methods for our health, the key is to embrace life's sensations without guilt or fear. One thing that really helped me was practicing self-love every day. To love yourself is to recognize your value, take care of your body with affection, and feel good in your own skin, markings and all. It's also about giving yourself permission to say yes to what makes you happy and no to what no longer serves you. There's a saying that goes, "We only live fully when we learn to say no without guilt," and I agree. Saying no to guilt, fear, and prejudice is crucial for our health, safety, and happiness. Did you enjoy this conversation about health and pleasure in old age? If so, please like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who might benefit from these tips. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from and what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And before you go, don't miss the next video that's already showing on your screen. Click to discover more amazing tips to live well and with joy. See you next time. Imagine reaching your golden years, a time when you finally feel free, light, and at peace. It's a phase of life that's all about enjoying what truly matters, being surrounded by the people you love, cultivating hobbies with tranquility, and embracing the present. Sounds perfect, right? But for many, this stage of life often brings worries, regrets, and even loneliness. Today, I'm here to share some important lessons to help you avoid common mistakes and make sure your golden years are filled with wisdom, security, and happiness. The first mistake many people make is neglecting their health. As we age, it's easy to assume that things will naturally decline, but that's far from the truth. Taking care of your health is something you can do proactively. Regular checkups, eating well, and staying active are key to maintaining a healthy body and mind. And it's not just about the physical. Mental health is just as essential. Activities like reading, doing puzzles, or learning new things can keep your mind sharp and your spirits high. Aging is inevitable, but how we age is in our hands, and it all starts now. Another mistake people often make is underestimating the importance of financial planning. Money may not buy happiness, but a lack of it can cause unnecessary stress. You shouldn't wait until you're near retirement to start thinking about your financial future. Planning ahead, setting a budget, and seeking professional advice when needed can help you live your golden years without the burden of financial worries. Even if you're already retired, it's never too late to adjust your financial strategies. Having a reserve for emergencies and making smart investments will allow you to focus on what truly matters, not bills and expenses. As we age, it can become easy to isolate ourselves. This might happen because of fear, distrust, or a sense of being misunderstood. But the truth is that maintaining social connections is vital for our happiness and well-being. Whether it's reconnecting with old friends, joining new clubs, or just engaging in activities that bring you joy, staying socially active is important. Age doesn't have to limit the possibility of forming meaningful connections. There's always something new to learn from others and countless stories to share. Many of us also fall into the trap of thinking that aging means the end of exciting experiences. But aging can be the beginning of a whole new chapter. It's never too late to explore new opportunities, whether that's traveling, picking up a new hobby, or even finding love again. Life is full of surprises, and the golden years can be just as fulfilling as any other. The key is to stay curious, flexible, and open to new experiences. One of the biggest mistakes people make is holding on to limiting beliefs about aging. While our bodies may change, it's essential to remember that they are incredibly resilient. Instead of focusing on limitations, focus on what you can still achieve. Whether it's trying new physical activities like yoga or dance, or finding ways to challenge yourself mentally, keeping a positive mindset will make a huge difference in your quality of life. Finally, it's important to avoid living solely in the past. While reminiscing about good memories is natural, it's essential to find a healthy balance between nostalgia and living in the present. Life is happening right now, and it's full of potential. By staying present and creating new memories, you'll ensure that your golden years are truly golden. Give yourself the chance to explore new hobbies, forge new friendships, and experience new places. Start by keeping a gratitude journal where you record your thoughts, dreams, and goals. Yes, you can and should still dream. Your story doesn't end when you retire. In fact, retirement opens a new chapter filled with opportunities for rediscovery and reinvention. Speaking of reinvention, don't underestimate the power of staying useful and engaged. A common misconception is that retirement equals inactivity, but this is where many people go wrong. After a lifetime of accumulating knowledge and wisdom, why not share that with others? Volunteering for a cause you believe in, mentoring, or even teaching can be powerful ways to stay active and give back. Your experiences are valuable, and it can help shape the lives of those who come after you. Safety is another crucial aspect to consider. As we get older, we often think we're immune to life's dangers, but the reality is that aging can make us more vulnerable. It's important to keep your home safe and adapted to prevent falls. Use safety devices where necessary, and stay in touch with trusted family and friends. Be vigilant about scams and fraud that often target older adults. Familiarize yourself with common scams and never share personal or financial information unless you're sure of who's on the other end. Security is synonymous with peace of mind, and your golden years should be filled with tranquility, not anxiety. And then, there's one thing that can truly transform your experience of aging: laughter. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes the best way to face challenges is with a sense of humor. Laughter is not only a mood booster, but it also improves your health by releasing endorphins and strengthening your immune system. So, don't be afraid to laugh at yourself, tell jokes, or watch something that makes you smile. Joy is contagious, and keeping a lighthearted attitude can brighten your days and those of the people around you. Living your golden years wisely, safely, and joyfully isn't about avoiding old age. It's about embracing it fully, with all of its possibilities. Take control of your life. Make choices that prioritize your health, relationships, safety, and happiness. Aging is a privilege, and it's up to you to turn this phase into one of the most rewarding chapters of your journey. There's still so much to experience, learn, and celebrate. It all depends on the choices you make today. So, take care of your health, plan for your financial future, nurture your relationships, and remember that happiness doesn't have an age limit. Now, let me share something I've learned in my 78 years of life. It's a subject that's often overlooked, but one that needs to be discussed: sex in old age. More and more people our age are rediscovering pleasure, but many overlook the necessary precautions, especially when it comes to oral sex. There are risks that many are unaware of, and that's why we need to talk about it. I, too, had never considered the risk of sexual infections at this stage of life, particularly from oral sex. It's a topic often reserved for the younger generation, as if our sexuality ceases to exist with age. But the truth is, a lack of information can put us at risk. I've known friends who, due to a lack of awareness, contracted infections that could have been avoided with a simple conversation. That's when I realized how important it is to stay informed and share these conversations.